lecture, we will discuss about the various methods for the synthesis of Schrock carbons. In the last lecture, we have discussed the methods for the synthesis of Fischer carbons. In case of Schrock carbons, the metals which form Schrock carbons generally have high oxidation states and are basically early transition metals. As far as the methods are concerned, in comparison to Fischer carbons, there are very less reported methods for the preparation of Schrock carbons. The very first method for the preparation of Schrock carbons is by alpha hydride abstraction or by deprotonation. But before discussing this method, I would like to explain some compounds, or we can say that functional groups or substituents, which will be used repeatedly in this case. The very first is NP. NP stands for neopentyl substituent. And what is the formula of this neopentyl substituent? It is CH2C. Here we have CS3, CS3, CS3. It is derived from neopentane, whose formula is CS3, 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 CS3. It is similar to like that. If we have methane, what will be methyl? CS3. We have ethane, CS3, CS3. The substituent will be ethyl CH2, CH2. Similarly, this is neopentane and this is neopentyl substituent. One of the substituent is this one, CS3, CS3, CS3. This is called tertiary butyl substituent and is generally written as TBU. Okay. This substituent is present here. You can see here in neopentyl, this carbon along with 3 methyl substituent is basically tertiary butyl group. So neopentyl substituent can also be shown in the form CH2 tertiary butyl. So there are different ways of representing this neopentyl substituent, or it can act as a ligand in case of transition metal. So these were the various ways of expressing this neopentane or neopentyl substituent. So mainly we will use this or this one. As it is NP, we will write it as NP, or we will write it as CH2 tertiary butyl. Now this will be the carbon atom which is alpha and is attached to the transition metal. So what is the basic mechanism behind all these type of alpha hydride abstractions? We have a metal and CH tertiary butyl, means whole this moiety is neopentyl. Again we have CH2 tertiary butyl. Here we can have other type of substances which will be discussed in the coming time. So what happens, this tertiary butyl is removed along with this CS2 group, and one H is lost as hydride from another neopentyl substituent. The final outcome is LNM. Now we have, initially there was single bond, now we have double bond C, only one H because one H is lost, and this is now attached to this tertiary butyl, or in expanded form it can be written as double bond CH carbon CH3 CH3 CH3, or we can also write it as LNM double bond CH C and CS3 thrice. So there are different ways of writing these structures. And what is lost here? CH3 tertiary butyl, this is lost here. Or how it can be shown at CH3 carbon CH3 CS3 CS3. So this is neopentane, this is also neopentane. So neopentane molecules are lost as byproducts in this case. Now I am citing few examples actual examples for this one. The very first is NP3TA, and here we have 2 Cl. So first step is to remove these Cl with neopentyl substituents. 2 such molecules are required because we need to replace 2 Cl negative ions. 2 LiCl molecular ions will be lost, then we will get NP3TA, and here we have 2 NP units. NP means neopentyl, which can be written as CH2 tertiary butyl, or CH2, H is written separately so that we can easily show the removal of this H. Now what will happen? This comes here, and here from this position hydride ion is lost. Finally, what is removed? This H and CH2 will give you CH3 and tertiary butyl. So this is removed as byproduct. This is removed as byproduct. So what is formed? CH3 tertiary butyl plus NP3TA double bond CH, and we have tertiary butyl. So this is the compound which is Schrock carbenes, in which tantalum is in high oxidation state of +5. Another example for this one can be shown as we have NP2. Now in this case there are not 3 NP substituents, we have only 2 NP as ligand TA, but now there are 3 chlorides, there are 3 Cl. We can replace these Cl with cyclopentadienyls. For that we will use thallium Cp, cyclopentadienyl. What is cyclopentadienyl? Cyclopentadienyl anion is this one. It is negatively charged, so it is eta 5 C5H5 ligand. Eta 5 because hapticity is 5, electron density is resonating over 5 carbon atoms. So one of the Cl is lost as TlCl. What we will get? We will get NP2TA. Here we have Cl, here we have Cl, and one of the position is now occupied by Cp, or this can be represented as Ta. Here we have those Cl, Cp, and 2 NP substituents which can be shown CH. Here is that H, which is basically alpha hydrogen. Here we have tertiary butyl group. Here we also have tertiary butyl substituent. So again, in a similar way, hydride and this neopentyl substituent is lost from this position. What we will get? We will get Cl, Cp with Ta double bond CH and tertiary butyl substituent. So this is second example in which we are doing the same things which we have discussed in the last example. Another example is Cl2TA, and here we have benzyl groups CH2PH, CH2PH. It is actually this one. Along with benzene or phenyl substituent we have CH2. This group is called, this substituent is called benzyl. So for example benzyl alcohol, then we have OH here. Benzyl chloride, here we will have that Cl. So in this case we will react it with LiCp star, and here LiCl is removed. So out of these 2 Cl, 1 Cl is removed. What we will get? We will get TaCl Cp star. Now what is Cp star? Cp star is basically cyclopentadienyl, in which all the hydrogen atoms of C5H5 are now replaced with methyl substituents. So actually it is C5CH35 negative. Still the hapticity is 5. It is 5 electron donor in neutral method of counting the electrons. So this is Cp star. Means as compared to Cp, this Cp star is much more bulkier and will cause more steric repulsions. Here we have these 3 benzyl substituents CH2, pH, CH2, pH, and at this position I will separate this one H so that it can be conveniently shown that there is hydride abstractions. So now what is lost here? pH, CH2 and one H at this position. So we are having the byproduct like CH2 and H, means toluene is lost. And what is the final product which we will get from this reaction is a Ta. One of the group is remaining as it is, whereas in second case we will get CH, pH. So this is the this is another example of Schrock carbene. So all these examples which we have discussed, they are involving alpha hydride abstraction or deprotonation. So in this case what we have done, that we have removed one of the Cl, because the question is why this second Cl is not lost, because if this second Cl is lost, then the position or steric repulsions for this Cp star will be very high. Means the presence of these two Cp star substances will cause more steric repulsion and will destabilize the molecule. So that is not favored in this case. But in case we can use Cp in place of Cp star, then we can basically remove these two Cl with two Cp substituents, because as I told you, Cp out of Cp and Cp star is more bulkier. So two Cp star substituents can't be present, but two Cp substituents can be present. So the only difference in this example is that we have now replaced both the Cl atoms, Cl ions from this tantalum complex as LiCl, and which are now substituted by cyclopentadienyl eta 5 substituents. In the last example what we have done here, that only one Cl was replaced because we were using LiCp star, and this Cp star is more bulkier than Cp. So two Cp star can't be present at cis position to each other. That's why in this case we have used LiCp, which is less bulkier and hence can cause the substitution of these two Cl. So this was the first method for the preparation of Schrock carbenes, in which we have prepared tantalum complexes using different types of reactants. The second type of reactions are actually similar to hydrogen hydride abstraction reactions, but they are now named as actual elimination reactions. Now what is elimination? Where something is removed. So there is one example. This is the case Ta. We have Cl, Cl, CS3, CS3, CS3. Again LiCp, because now we are using cyclopentadienyl, we can replace both these Cl substituents as -2 LiCl and will be substituted by Cp. So Cp, Cp with Ta, and now we have CH3, CS3 and CH2, one H is written separately. So now what will happen? Here we will have that bond, and in this case now this H is lost and there is loss of methane. This is Cp, Cp, Ta, one methyl is now already present, and at second position now we are getting this CH2 group. So this is the second method in which there is actually actual alpha hydride elimination. One more example can be written here. So we have now Ta. There are 4 Cl substituents or ligands here, and it is attached to neopentyl substituent. So in order to remove crowding from this position, what we have to do, we will add trimethyl phosphine. Now this trimethyl phosphine itself is a bulkier group and can cause the release of 2Cl. Means for one trimethyl phosphine we can remove 2Cl because of static hindrance. 2 trimethyl phosphine can't occupy the 2 positions at Ta. So for one PME3, 2 Cl negative substituents are removed. The reaction occurs in the presence of sodium amalgam. What we will get now, here we have Cl, Cl, and now only one trimethyl phosphine substituent. Now actually the purpose of replacing 2Cl with one trimethyl phosphine is to make this tantalum atom electron deficient, so that it can interact with alpha hydrogen of this neopentyl moiety through agnostic hydrogen interactions. It could also undergo beta hydride abstraction if we have hydrogen at beta position, but in this case at beta carbon no hydrogen is present, hence in this case beta elimination is not possible. And this we have already studied. We can avoid beta elimination by removing any hydrogen present at beta carbon atom. So what is the main purpose of this reaction is actually by adding trimethyl phosphine 1 unit, we are replacing 2 units of Cl to make this Ta electron deficient, so that after its electron deficiency it can interact with hydrogen atom present at alpha carbon atom through agnostic hydrogen interactions in order to complete its electron count. And actually what happens after that, we will get a hydride carbene complex in which there are 2Cl, 1 trimethyl phosphine, 1 hydrogen, and now we have double bond CH, and this whole group can be written as tertiary butyl. So this is another way of getting the Schrock carbenes, and this method is quite different from the earlier method in which only we were removing the substance, but in this case we have done something different. And what is that difference? We have replaced these 2Cl with 1 trimethyl phosphine. The purpose of adding this trimethyl phosphine was that after removing these 2Cl we can create some vacant sites on tantalum, means we can make this tantalum electron deficient, and after that this tantalum will interact with alpha hydrogen, and finally it will result in the formation of metal hydride Schrock carbene type complex. Another similar example can also be written. So one more example for this one. We have now Cp, Ta, 3Cl, and again CH2, C, CS3, CS3, CS3. So reaction is same. Again we are adding trimethyl phosphine, which will cause the removal of 2Cl. In the earlier case we were having 4Cl, now we have only 3Cl. The reaction is same, and this is for you. You have to complete this reaction whole of the process as we have done in the last example. The next method and the final method for preparation is from coordinated alkene complexes. I have only got one example for this one. This is Ta, Cp, Cp. Cp means cyclopentadienyl. This is coordinated to an alkene. So I am writing here as ethene as example, and here we have this methyl group. This ethene is coordinated and can be easily removed to create vacant sites at this position where already ethene was coordinated. So what we will get? We will get Cp, Ta. Here we have now vacant site, and at this situation we have CH 3, I am writing 1H separately. Again we are creating a vacant site on tantalum which can interact with now hydrogen atom which is present at alpha carbon atom. What we will get now, the final product will be Cp Ta. Here we will have this H and CH2. So this is Schrock type carbene. Again we are having metal hydride linkage as well as tantalum coordinator to carbon atom through double bond, and since oxidation state of tantalum is again +5 in this case, this is an example of Schrock carbene. So these were the few limited methods for the preparation of Schrock carbenes. In the next lecture we will discuss about the properties of Fischer carbenes. Okay, thank you.